How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the newest episode of our Travel Channel watch parties. I'm really excited for tonight's watch party because we are going to be watching... Oh, shoot. Hold on. I forgot to mute my computer here. I didn't mute my phone. I thought I did. But we're about to watch Hotel Paranormal, the very first episode of a brand new series starring and narrated by Dan Aykroyd. I'm really excited about this because I know some people in New Orleans that I met that said they didn't believe in ghosts until after Hurricane Katrina. They were sheltered for a few months in hotels and got out of those hotels as quick as possible because of the things they saw inside. I think throughout America, we've heard stories like this for years, for basically for as long as hotels have existed. So I'm really excited about this program here tonight. How's everybody doing tonight on Facebook? Let's see who all is in the house. Heather Daniels is here. Jennifer Arendt's here. Deborah Pickle, Lynn Creve Snyder, April Evans, so many folks here. Tara St. Germain. And right now, let's see, we've got people joining us over on YouTube as well. Hartley B83 says, oh no, not this again. Wanda Ingram says she watches Travel Channel all day long. We've got somebody here saying, Nola's number one. Really appreciate that. I love New Orleans. I am in Southwest Louisiana right here. How's everybody doing tonight? If you're here, you're joining us and you're enjoying yourself, leave me a thumbs up, leave me a heart, something like that. Let the Travel Channel know you're here, know you are ready and waiting for Hotel Paranormal. And so yeah, if you're new to the whole watch party experience, we are not watching the show right here on Facebook and YouTube. We're watching it on our TVs. I'm watching it on my TV. And we're going to talk about the episode throughout the night right here, like we're friends sitting together on the couch. Basically, I am your quarantine buddy for the next hour. Also, hey, if you just hate seeing my face, feel free to leave here on Facebook a sad face, an angry face, whatever. I get enjoyment out of all of them, whatever it is. How's everybody been doing the last couple days? Hope everybody's doing well. Let me know in the comments. I'm gonna have to unmute my TV because we're getting going right now. I believe we are about 30 seconds away from being live with Hotel Paranormal.
Maybe she helped me put it all together.
Is here. Let's see what everybody's talking about over here on Facebook.
Daniel said the little boy.
Mary Williman's here. Anthony Parrish is here. How are you doing, buddy? Cheryl Brookshire is watching Believers right now. Here we go. I'm hyped for this one, y'all. Was that a giant moth?
Check into another dimension. All of a sudden, there's this scream. The crowds being pulled. Did I do something evil? And I realized that I'm not fighting. I would be pretty good if I rushed for the door with my kill me. When the experiences of thousands are contained within a single building, the laws of space.
I'm liking this intro, y'all. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you think of this intro. Is it a little over dramatic for some of y'all? I love the logo, by the way. I really like that.
Many believe the world strikes a perfect balance.
Paranormal Predator. Let's get going on this.
But if that's true, it means that for every
Hey, Andrew Whipple, how are things in Delaware tonight?
for every protective spirit,
Jerry Miller, you are watching me drink as we're watching a show together. That is true.
Ramirez. I spend half my night in hotels and motels. I'm a weak man by trade. Just because they fell behind on a payment doesn't mean they're bad. Try to make it not as painful as it could be for them. Of the dozens of budget hotels available along this rugged Texas coastline, Frank chose one on the outskirts of the city.
I want to know which one. I want particulars. I want to go.
Over his 50 years of service, Frank believes the hotel will offer him sanctuary, but this stay will be unlike any other.
Kill me. Dan Aykroyd is so devoted to the paranormal. Like, it is his entire life.
38. Thank you.
John Harris. To see what I'm saying, you have to be watching Travel Channel right now. But if you're on the West Coast, unfortunately, you're probably going to be seeing a different show, which I really hate. This is right now, it's airing live on Travel Channel, West Coast, Central Time Zone, and Mountain. Is this really the official Ames team? Because if this is, y'all, somebody's posting on YouTube right now saying they're the official Ames team. Y'all, Mountain Monster Season 7 is all I want in life. It is my favorite show of all time. I need more Mountain Monsters right now.
Every single day, and those people bring their stories with them.
Number one, are you in New Orleans? I'm in New Orleans like half of my life.
We all welcome in. We can see into the ghostly.
Let's do this. Let's hit this place up in Texas. They're saying the coast.
Our defenses towards the paranormal are lowered when we're tired. Tired opens you up to experience.
Y'all, I have seen way worse in hotels than what that they just put in that mirror. Way worse.
There was a loud sound in the room, and it startled me because I didn't know what it was. I noticed that the phone
Hey, Mary Failing, how are you doing tonight?
was skeptic by nature.
Sure, Brookshire, I definitely need to watch Believers.
I thought there's a rat in my room. I didn't see a rat.
Katie Bartlett, how are you doing tonight?
Put that together. Something moved the phone. How did that just happen? Something seems to be testing for me.
There's some really good footage on YouTube right now of somebody who's in of video from a hotel room where the phone keeps getting knocked off the hook just like that, and you see it over and over.
The phone came off again. That's when I knew there was something going on. It would start to give me chills. Spirit moves things by concentrating their energy.
Number one, follow me on YouTube or Instagram at Peppermint Fatty.
This is a spirit that can clearly
I used to work so much on shows down in New Orleans and Shreveport in the movie industry before I kind of got hooked up with Travel Channel HGTV. Follow me and let's talk.
alone in room 38. So I go and I lay down and hear a noise. And there's a little clear price that comes.
Y'all, let me know in the comments if you've already experienced what he has at this point. Do you stay in the room or are you gone or you're just jetting?
And I saw this with my own
That
eyes.
cup, though. Oh, this is great.
I was just freaking out. So I grabbed my phone, turned it on, and started recording. All I remember
Are we going to get actual footage here?
was definitely
I really hope so.
what really scared me that I couldn't see. Who are you?
Rosie Wade saying the video I was talking about was on Paranormal Caught on Tape.
And I figured if we could move a physical, inanimate object, that it could definitely do some harm to me.
Ooh, so we're getting some real footage here. I'm excited to see what he caught.
Around and spinning around in the room, all I remember feeling was fear. And try to control it. What did you want?
I'm just waiting for the next shoe to drop, y'all. Oh, there we go. There we go.
The phone pops off the cradle.
I would be saying, please do not show yourself. Do not show yourself.
Once that entity knows that they're aware of me, that's when you typically see things start to increase in activity. Because now they know there's recognition. I was really terrified at this moment because I knew I wasn't alone in there. I was afraid that If I rush for the door, would attack me.
Video reel, we're not allowed to do that, unfortunately.
Ghosts can cause physical harm. People have been choked. People have scratches from ghost encounters. If they want to cause you physical harm, they'll cause you physical harm, and they'll find a way to do that. The dark thing that inhabits room 38.
Okay, has anybody watching ever been harmed by a ghost? Scratched, squeezed, kicked, anything like that? I was scratched on the set of Haunted Live, season 1, I believe episode 7 or 8. And I got so sick for weeks afterwards.
I showed the video. She was really shocked and frightened by what she saw.
Tanya Sprague says she would have peed a little right there.
In room 38.
Diana Feniza would have been gone. Okay, Nathaniel Vincent says the basically the video I was talking about that was on Paranormal Caught on Tape. This is the same experience they're going over here.
I can't hear you.
When the wall in your hotel room looks like the wall in an old gym from the 1970s, that's a sure sign you shouldn't be in that hotel room.
But the new location brings little peace of mind.
I want to know, I'm glad he eventually left. I want to know your worst hotel stories. I'm going to tell mine during the first commercial break.
I was grateful that I was an injury. Frank feels a strong need to share his experience. I called my daughter. You won't believe what happened to me tonight. And I told her.
I think I'm going to scare the living poop out of my daughter right now. That's what I'm going to do to make myself feel better, is what he's saying. I'm going to call my daughter and terrify this poor girl, even if she's full grown.
So I did. And an hour and a half later, it's got over.
Catherine saying she would stay.
But watching this video go viral can't stop Frank from feeling like he's being stalked. I started feeling uneasy again.
Lynn Snyder says she would be checking out very quickly.
What I had just witnessed, caught up in the feelings of fear and paranoia. And I just packed my stuff and left.
So some of y'all are talking about how I said we're going to get some real video, and others are saying it's a dramatization. This is a dramatization, but there's also real video that the man took, because we're getting the dramatized version of the guy, and we're also getting the real guy here. So there's a couple layers to the story they're telling here on this show.
I was scared that whatever was in the hotel room had followed me.
Y'all, that right there where you're looking behind you in the back seat to see if anything's in there, that's when you know you're really scared.
How did Kellogg's combine crunchy oat clusters with a touch of honey, fluff, juicy raisins, and tasty fiber?
Turning my TV down, I've gotten a couple of DMs here saying you guys can hear a little too much of the show in the background. Let me see what we got here. A really good hotel story would work. I once, I was going to clean out a storage unit in the town I used to live in, Ruston, Louisiana, where I went to college, and every hotel was booked. Every hotel was filled up except for one, like the cheapest, scariest looking hotel there. The only hotel in town. I don't want to give the name. I don't want to bury these guys, but you get an actual key. You don't get a key card. You get an actual key. Y'all, I walk into that room and I sit down on the bed. I take off my shoes, take off my socks, and I realize the carpet is moist. The entire carpet, everywhere in the room, the carpet is moist. It's so bad. So I put my socks and my shoes back on. Well, the socks are a little moist at this point, so just the shoes. And I start looking around, and I go into the bathroom. I don't notice really anything, but the next morning I go into the bathroom and there's a light shining, and I don't know from where. The whole place is dark, but there's a light shining, and I realize the light is the outside, and I'm seeing it through the shower. There's a hole in the shower that goes to outside. The night before, I opened the closet door and realized the closet had a dirt floor, and like a pickaxe was in there, a legit real life pickaxe. And this closet went back so far, there was a tire in there. It was so scary. It was so scary because I thought something could come in through this tunnel. This basically, it looked like it was a cave on the side of a mountain, which there are no mountains in Ruston, Louisiana. And it was so terrifying. I had to stay the night, though. I didn't have anywhere else to stay. They did have killer internet, though. I'll give them that. No passwords, no anything. Super high speed. Susan Scheidel, the show started 13 minutes ago. You haven't missed a lot. You've missed one story. I think we're going to get, I'm not 100% to hold me to this. I think we're going to get 3 stories on tonight's episode, and I think we're most of the way through the first one right now. Linda Perez, the show is on your television. I put that in the description. We're all watching the show together on our TVs, and we're talking about the show here. The whole idea of the watch parties is everybody's at home, everybody's quarantined. You can't really hang out with the people you would like to do it with, but you can do it with me for 1 hour every Saturday, Sunday night. So I hope you'll enjoy the rest of the show with us. Okay, so the guy's terrified. He's left the first hotel to those that are just joining us. And here we are with the real Frank Ramirez. Well, at least he got an attractive ghost. As ghosts go, that one's pretty attractive. If one's gonna attach themselves to you, why not? Oh dear. Oh, I want to see this picture.
I first took the picture. I didn't notice anything. So I just put my phone down and kept driving. Frank allows himself to believe he's finally bitch that I live in room 38. But by morning, photo becomes knocked up.
Oh no. Oh, I hope they show us this photo. I want the real thing. I don't want a recreation here of this photo.
And I told her this when I was sleeping. And she asked me, don't you see it? This me, and told me to zoom in, but then look what's behind me. And when I zoomed into the picture, it's very clearly you can see the person's.
Ooh.
Frightens me to think
That is awesome.
this was in the back seat, right behind me. And that's when I started freaking out. And I said,
Do you guys believe, is his name Frank? Do you guys believe Frank's photo? Do you think that's the real deal? I'm following the chat here. I'm following the Facebook chat, seeing what you guys think so far. Just a lot of wows. A lot of wows.
I became very aggressive, or more aggressive.
It was a great photo, Josh. Absolutely.
She got my face and she says,
Oh, number one, I have the most embarrassing story from visiting the Stanley Hotel. Absolutely. Linda Perez, we are watching the premiere episode of Hotel Paranormal, narrated. Well, we're watching the first episode of Hotel Paranormal on the Travel Channel, and we're all talking about it here. We've got 300 or 400 people watching live right now on YouTube. We just started doing this on Facebook. We've got about 20 or 30 on YouTube. We're having a good time so far. Yeah, Luther Williams, that was really, really creepy. Heather Daniels, I think that was the real picture because it was the real guy that showed it. You might be a few minutes behind. Josh, tell my man Porter from the Tennessee Wraith Chasers, how's it going? And as soon as we're all safe from COVID, I'm going on a hunt with those guys. I miss them.
She said that I can hear a voice speaking over you. Yeah, what do you want?
Sonia Norman, we're doing Texas hotels right now. Are you a little worried about the fact these are Texas ghosts right now?
Something in my throat, something was squeezing right in here, and I couldn't.
Cheryl Carter says she's reading our boy's face, and he's telling the truth.
I need to speak to Frank.
He seems very believable to me too, for what that's worth. Melanie Maddox saying this show is intense so far. That is the video I'd seen on YouTube. You guys nailed it. Y'all are really good. You guys are about your business tonight.
So I called a church, and the priest answered. And as I'm explaining to him what I'm feeling, he said, I need to see you in person.
Y'all, if I call up a priest to tell him a story and he's telling me I need to see you in person, that makes me way more scared. That's more scary than the ghost.
I felt this tremendous pressure at the pit of my stomach, and this sharp needle pain in my throat.
Let me get my co-host on air with me right here. Pump it up. Pump it up. Come here. Jump. 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 You can do it. Come here. There we go. Y'all, this is my co-host, Pump It Up. This is the real talent of the operation right here. This is my girl. Come on. She's a big Paranormal Caught on Camera fan, which, by the way, the next watch party's tomorrow night, 9 Central, right here. YouTube, Facebook, new episode, Paranormal Caught on Camera.
The more you are going to feed it.
Dang.
Predator takes control of Frank's body. You can see my arm.
Y'all, I'm kind of wrapped up in Frank's story right here. Also, shirtless Frank really took me by surprise. It threw me off here.
This thing that was inside me was
Kara Selby, Lorena and Slim Cat, number one, thank you guys all for the awesome compliments on Pump It Up. She is a lovely dog. Literally the sweetest dog I've ever had, and I've had a lot of wonderful dogs. So if any of you out there ever been involved in an exorcism, whether it was you being exorcised, a family member, were you ever in the room for anything like that? I grew up Catholic, and I never saw anything like that, and I kind of wish I had. There's a lot of Catholicism, more than most other Christian religions, seems very open to this sort of thing. There's a lot more mysteries, and feels like there's a little more magic type things. I'm so bad at expressing this because I want to be real sensitive. I don't want to upset anybody when talking about religions, but there seems to be a lot more magical type stuff going on in Catholicism. Rosie Wade says dramatic Frank is really in character. Nathaniel Vincent, I didn't either. I had no idea this story got this serious. That's something I'm really liking about this. At first, a lot of people were like, oh, why are they giving us the same story? It looks like they're getting deeper into the story here than they usually do. Hey, Kim Johnson, how are you doing tonight? Brady Koppel, are you asking if there's a video of him taking off his clothes in the church? Are you saying there is? Because at first, look, I saw shirtless dramatic Frank. I think for a second we saw shirtless actual Frank. I could be wrong on that. It was a lot I'm having to get used to keeping up with both YouTube and Facebook and the show. It's not easy to do when you're dealing with hundreds of people on potentially on both.
a Thrivent financial professional or visit Thrivent.com.
So I'm gonna hold on promoting your disclosure. Cool?
Carletta Puckett thinks she needed an exorcism after watching The Exorcist. Heather Daniels never seen one. Patty, I think Mike G did take JC's spot in the Tennessee Wraith Chasers. Right now, they a few of the members of the TWC are doing stuff on their own, and then Porter is with his girlfriend, who's very, very talented, off doing their things together. Lynette Elkins, some people believe that I have something attached to me. I don't know about that, but yeah, I would love to know if anybody out there has had, I asked about exorcisms. Sometimes it doesn't quite come to that, but if any of you out there have any of you out there ever felt like you've had an attachment, something that is following you from place to place? I'd love to know about that in the comments. Hey, Regina Moore, how are you doing tonight? Sally Fink, I'd love to see more of the real footage as well. I'm glad we're getting some, though. That's really cool, because I think we don't have footage of everything, so they're filling in the holes with the dramatic footage and then giving us the real footage where when they have it. Leslie McCormick saying she's really enjoying this show. What's everybody's thoughts so far on Hotel Paranormal? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Are you kind of in the middle on it, still holding out to see what you get out of the end of the episode? Let me know in the comments. I'm really interested. I know Travel Channel's probably really interested in knowing if you're enjoying yourselves right now. Leslie McCormick says she has an attachment. A lot of people are saying I was right, that we were getting shirtless videos of both dramatic Frank and real Frank. That's kind of what threw me off. Yeah, Josh, Porter's girlfriend is awesome. Really, really cool. Hey, Deb Keishel, how are you doing right now? Leslie McCormick says thumbs up. Lynn Creep Snyder is saying thumbs up. Let's see what people are saying over on YouTube. Number one says her ex-husband was the exorcist. Kara Selby grew up Catholic as well. Number one grew up Catholic. Oh, Linda Perez, I'm really sorry the show's buffering badly for you. So I had someone actually put a curse on me in the early 2000s, and it worked. And they did not know how to take it off. And so what a lot of people believe is an attachment, I think, is actually a curse, which I've had a lot of trouble getting broken. Not everybody believes in curses, and this whole show is about believing what you want to believe, like taking what you want. My show here, like, I don't want to judge anybody's beliefs on anything. So, but yeah, that's why people think I've had an attachment. Also, I grew up in a very haunted house. The house I'm in now, we've had a couple of things pop up, but not majorly like the old house. I don't believe anything left the old house and came here. I think it would be more, we'd have more paranormal experiences in this house instead of one every 5 or 10 years. Man, Dramatic Frank is getting put through the ringer here, y'all.
A lot of entities don't have the strength.
Oh, Linda Zimmerman, awesome.
Positive spiritual force trying to drive it away.
Oh, there's real Frank. What are we looking at? Man, poor guy. All because of one night in a hotel.
The nature of his ordeal is later explained with a call from a stranger.
One thing I don't want to overlook here, very cool on that priest to just say, get over here, because a lot of priests they want to act like these type of things don't exist.
At that same hotel, I was in. The girl's mom described what she was wearing to me, and it matched what was in my picture. Yeah, a room 38, that's right.
This is getting creepier and creepier.
Had not been released, just the name of the hotel. And I was shocked. The experience opens him up to a world.
Hey, Jeff Morris, no worries. Thanks for getting here, though. Really appreciate it. I hate that you're late to the episode. I hope you have it recording. You can check it out. So far, it's been really, really good. It's a story a lot of us have seen before, but never this in depth.
This is something that I will never get over. It has changed my belief of what's between us and the afterlife. Exorcism is just one of the ways paranormal
As much as I'm liking the show, I hope we get in the future
dark spirit
a few more extra cuts to like seeing Dan Aykroyd instead of just hearing Dan Aykroyd. I think he adds a lot to the show. I think he adds an extra weight to the show.
Rome, a city that has existed for almost 3,000 years. But this ancient history carries with it the residue of darker times. Something Aaron Tapley, an American teenager on a school trip to the Vatican, is about to discover.
I had just finished my junior year of high school, and they had offered several students the opportunity.
So do Norman. Animals definitely know. I agree with you 100%.
I was thrilled to be on this trip.
Every ancient location is associated with the paranormal. Obviously, if a place can be haunted after 100 years, what is it going to be like after 1,000, 2,000 years of habitation?
She's got a little bit of a point there. There probably aren't that many places on the planet where somebody didn't die. Wherever you're sitting right now, somebody probably died there at some point, even if it was 80,000 years ago.
Historic walls, which have also witnessed things impossible to believe.
I'm kind of excited because I don't know anything about this story.
Began stalking Aaron and his friends.
It was probably about 8:30 that we
Got to turn my volume up a little.
We've been on our feet all day. We've been walking around, so we were going to go ahead and crash.
Jeez.
I was staying with a friend at the time, and all three girls shared a larger room. And
Samantha Snyder, for whatever reason,
saying,
in my experience, I'm not so much with cats, but with dogs. When something's there, especially if it's a negative energy, they see it, they bark at it, they point it out. I'll tell my story about that during the next break. Most of you have heard it before, but I think we've got some new people here who haven't heard it.
I was putting everything aside, laying out toiletries. We were all turning in for the night.
This is going to be awesome.
I want to hear the rest of the story. I want to see this get going.
All of a sudden, there's this scream. The scream was
You-
very primal.
You do not want your Vatican vacation to start with primal screams in the night.
Friend of mine, and I have to act, and I have to do it now.
I want to see that Airbnb review. Why is he being so aggressive? He busted in to their bedroom.
Frightened her and terrified her very intensely.
Hair and blood? That's like cousin It hair, y'all. That's like a whole that's like a whole Sasquatch.
Visited by a
Shaved.
This trip was supposed to be about fun, exploration with my friends, not things that I can't explain. Something is wrong.
Okay, whatever that hair came from, I would rather it just be have shed in the bed than have it totally intact visiting me in the night. Who's with me on that one? Let me see what's going on over here on YouTube. Right, Kara Selby? The blood and hair in the bed, that was so much hair, y'all. That was like
So make the most of your morning with
higher the hair, closer to God type hair right there.
Try new coffee creamers from Fairlife.
Thank you, everyone, for letting Bryn know. Yeah, Bryn, we are watching a TV show on the Travel Channel right now. I'm kind of your quarantine buddy. For everybody stuck at home alone during quarantine, we do these watch parties so that everybody, if they want it, has somebody to watch the show with, to talk about the show with, and that's really the whole thing. So, really wish we could show the show right here. We can't do that, though. But I hope the rest of you are having a really good time. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Matt Cornell, really sorry we don't have the show here live, but it's, everybody has to watch it on their TV, including me. Alleged, I really, really hope they're exaggerating the hair. It looks like they shaved a Bigfoot in that bed, and God help us if we get to see whatever all that hair came from. Jeff Morris, yeah, I would have ran down the hall just like them, and I would have passed that door and kept going and got a cab right to the airport. Like, peace, you guys enjoy the Vatican. Yeah, Paul Willer saying looks like they shaved a squatch. Oh no, Shannon Headley, my buddy in New Zealand, can't watch. Shannon, I've got your glass right here. About to fill it up here in just a second. But when you guys get Hotel Paranormal on whatever channel you guys watch on, come back and watch the video with me, Shannon.
This was surreal. All over the bed, underneath the sheet. There was just this thick blanket of long black hair.
Eyelashes? What the? Don't touch it!
A pillow filled with eyelashes.
All over. It seemed like it all came from the same source.
I don't want to see a creature with 30 eyelashes.
At this point, though, we were all still kind of panicking. I remember.
Maybe I'd like to see it on Paranormal Caught on Camera.
Because I'd never seen.
Not in my hotel, though. That's a hard pass.
The best explanation I could come up with is that some of the hotel staff pulling some sort of prank. Maybe someone was quitting their job and thought, hey, while I'm out, maybe I can give someone a scare.
If this dude slaps a bunch of eyelashes out of my hand, it is on. I'm not just taking that slap lying down. Just a waste of eyelashes.
There was a small drawing.
There's so many of us in 2020 that don't have eyelashes. Stone Cold Steve Austin. A number of ladies out there have to get them tattooed on. And they're just out here wasting eyelashes.
Kind of a gateway, something to prevent this evil or demonic force from getting to the world of the living.
I really wish we had some live video, some real video from this one.
I kept thinking there was some sort of symbol on here. What are they protecting against?
Josh Pack is saying this is for sure demonic haunting. If he opens this up and it's a cave closet like I had at my hotel. Leads into the Vatican, the catacombs under the Vatican, where they're keeping like the chronovisor and things.
You should only tamper with.
Have you guys heard of the chronovisor? Let me know. If not, I'll tell you about it during the next commercial break. It's fascinating.
Because they were put there for a very specific reason.
Brandy Koppel says, wow, that's a lot of hair in that bed.
The girls did not want to open the closet. They just wanted to leave it alone.
As Aaron and his friends are about to discover, the symbol is all that separates them from an unspeakable people.
Oh, so they just wiped out the symbol protecting them.
This sudden frigid gust of wind washed over me with this feeling of anxiety.
This doesn't feel like it's going to go well for this dude.
Something's going to happen. Something not good, and there's not going to be anything I'm able to do to prevent it. We were battered backwards. Something was locked in there. We actually did let it out.
Looks like they let out a werewolf.
I remember the goosebumps going down my arms and just the shock of it.
Hope it's like a Jesuit attack werewolf.
Whatever was in was in there for a reason, and now you've let it out for the world.
Oh, Rosie Wade, Sandman was such a great comic book. Oh, my man, Tim Weisberg from Midnight in the Desert. Awesome.
Bides its time, eager to feast on the young and inexperienced. Being in a strange place makes you naturally more apprehensive, which is going to make you naturally more open to what could be happening around you.
I think we just saw a bit of our first actual footage with this one.
Weird again. Hello? I saw my friend sitting.
Y'all, Pump It Up just gave me a heart attack. Come on, my girl.
That he's laying down, his head kind of back against the headboard, and I can tell very much that, dude, he's looking at me.
When I have hair in my bed, I know just who it came from. Right here. I'm probably grossing people out, Pump It Up. Just grossing them out.
And not saying anything.
What's going to happen to this dude, little girl? What's going to happen to this guy?
He's still not saying anything.
You want to come over here?
Staring.
There you go.
And I did notice that there was a lack of feature. It was just humanoid, but dark all the way through, featureless.
Lorraine and Slim Cat, absolutely. Can you imagine if this is actually happening to yourself? Bryn Diesel, Josh Peck is he is watching right now on Facebook. Josh, somebody just asked if I said your name over here on YouTube.
So I pull up my phone's flashlight app, turn it on, and it's not there.
We've been doing these watch parties for maybe 5 months now on Facebook Live, and just this week we've started adding YouTube as well. So the audience on YouTube isn't as big. Most of the people I'm talking about are watching right now on Facebook Live. I'm just kind of letting the YouTubers know what's going on. So the Chronovisor is a device that was supposedly built, I'm going to be way off here, I think the 1960s, 1970s, that is kind of a time travel device, except you don't go through it, you watch through it. So basically like a television screen, which can show you the past. There's a book about it, Father Ernetti's Chronovisor. Supposedly a Catholic priest, Father Ernetti, was a scientist, built the Chronovisor, and at least via the story, via the book, the Vatican took it. The Vatican claimed it. There's a lot of interesting legends surrounding Father Ernetti's Chronovisor. You know, you can Google Father Ernetti's Chronovisor, you will find a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff saying it's real, a lot of stuff saying it's completely fabricated. But there's a lot of smoke out there. Don't know about the fire. I can only speculate, but a lot of smoke. My man, Cody Ray Desbians is in the house from the TAPS team. Cody, it's so great to have you here tonight. Y'all, that's one of the great things about these watch parties is if you stick around long enough, at least here on Facebook Live, of course, we'll probably have some start doing it on YouTube as well, y'all. We have a lot of people from the Travel Channel join in. We have Cindy Kaza and Shane Pittman from the Holzer Files popping in all the time. We have Cody and Satori from who are on one of the last episodes of this season of Ghost Nation. We have a lot of phenomenal people pop in to hang out throughout these watch parties. Oh, Satori Hawes is here too. Let me see. Yep, generally when you see one, you see the other. Thanks for being here, Cody and Satori. Really appreciate it. Are you guys at home right now watching Hotel Paranormal? And if so, are you enjoying the show so far? We're about 42 minutes in. We're into our second story. We haven't had as much actual real footage with the second story as we got on the first one. But this one's real creepy. Also, for everybody that wasn't here earlier, if you could leave me a heart, thumbs up, Anything like that on Facebook, I would sure appreciate it. And a thumbs up wouldn't hurt either on YouTube. Thanks everybody for joining tonight. Really appreciate it. I know this is kind of a new concept for a lot of people. Why are you sitting here watching me? And I'm kind of helping to build the community around everybody in the chat, talk through everything with all of y'all, and make it a kind of a fun time, like we're all hanging out in a college dorm room watching the show together. That's how I view it, and I always enjoy it a lot. It's my favorite part of the day and the most fun job I've ever had. I need to see the creature because I need to see how many eyebrows are left after it's lost about 30.
Where are you?
Kring Klein Travel Channel live right now. Unless you're the West Coast, it'll be on a couple hours later, but you can always come back and start this video when your show comes on.
And as soon as I see this and it registers in my brain, there's a scrambling kind of
Happy birthday, Cody. This is so what does this make your astrological sign? I'm not super clear on astrology, but yeah, what's your sign if today's your birthday? I'd love to know. I think we've got some people in the chat who could sort all that out for us.
head had come rushing back, and I knew instinctually that it had to do with that closet, that drawing.
Sylvia Hadloff, thank you so much. Sylvia says it's always a blast doing these watch parties with me. Thanks for doing those, James. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
But I do know that at least for the briefest of moments,
We're going to be doing we do these every Sunday night, 9/8 Central, for the new episode of Paranormal Caught on Camera. And as we're debuting new shows like this throughout the summer, I'll be popping on and doing live watch parties for the first episodes.
Almost like shadows or solid black dark objects. He was taking the shape
Whoa.
of this man's friend. I believe to decades
I really like that graphic. I like that special effects there. That looks good.
in.
I'm all out on shadow figures impersonating my friends. It's probably best I usually travel alone.
where have you been? And he said, oh, well, the hotel lobby has free Wi-Fi. And I was talking to my family.
You're scaring me. So good.
I decided not to say anything about it.
I'd have to cut off the friendship. Once I confused you with a ghost, it's over. We could be best friends. You could be my mom, like, sorry, Mom. Thought you were a ghost. You might still be a ghost.
Part of you that knows
This is over. I once thought my mom had been body snatched for like 5 years. Legit.
that it's not like
Clearly, I wasn't the most intelligent child.
a dream or a nightmare or even a strange dream.
A very real presence.
Roger Williams says these watch parties are the only parties he goes to. They are for me during COVID. I've lost way too many people during this, and I'm clearly not the healthiest man you've ever seen. I'm not out here trying to get COVID. I'm staying inside.
I don't know how it got there in the first place. Who put it in there? How no one else had let it out before us. And
Yet, wait.
not been for that event.
Yeah, Kelly, we got like 5 seconds of real footage in this second story. We got way more in the first.
Just waiting for the next guests to arrive.
I don't know if it was individually we decided or a group thing, an unspoken rule of the group. Never spoke about it again all these years later, and still we don't talk about it.
Happy birthday, number one. Happy belated birthday.
Exorcism can force dark spirits away. They can also be set free by accident.
Number one, are you spooking yourself or are you spooning yourself? Either is totally fine.
Choice. And the space it decided to lock itself into is a hotel room. Veteran broadcast journalist Patricia Stark has lost her way in the back roads of rural Connecticut.
Okay, Connecticut, 2014. This is a relatively new one. I hope we get more video.
Mountains of trees. And I'm thinking, this is kind of really
It's kind of a big deal for a TV host to come out and talk about a paranormal experience because there's so much stigma attached to it. This already makes me think this one's real.
by the time I found
I think all of them have been real.
I haven't seen anything.
But you always have to be a little skeptical, in my opinion. That's just me, though.
What Patricia's about to discover is that she may be the only registered guest, but she's definitely not alone.
She's the only registered guest, but she's definitely not alone.
As a professional woman,
I love it.
traveling alone can be scary. Because as much as I love to
Okay, if that's legit what the key looked like,
things out,
it's gonna be haunted. Are you guys with me? If you get a giant physical key,
guard.
it's gonna be haunted. I think that's fair to say. What do y'all think?
This was probably the first time I stayed in an entire building.
Rosie Wade, he wrote Ghostbusters because of the paranormal research that his family did before him. Like Dan Aykroyd has always been all in, and right now it seems to be his chief focus.
Check it any room that I ever stay in. Because then I sleep better.
Oh, I'm about to sneeze. Lock and Key. Any of you guys watch Lock and Key on Netflix?
Probably getting close to midnight.
I really enjoyed it. I really did.
Lay in the bed and work on my laptop.
Now all of a sudden I don't need to sneeze. I'm about to pop a drink, so I hope I'm announcing it so it doesn't scare anyone because my drink is near the microphone.
Feel the quilt being pulled.
I think last episode I scared somebody kind of bad, popping a drink right under the microphone.
On the bed. As if someone sat on the bed next to me.
Exactly, Jeff Morris. Just like, wait, not Jeff Morris. Who said that? Exactly, Sonia Norman, like the Myrtles Plantation. Number one, have you been to the Myrtles Plantation in St. Francisville, Louisiana? If not, you need to go.
Everything was still the same as I had left it. So it could not have been an actual person that was causing this sensation of compression.
The entity wants her to know that it's there.
I was nervous and a little scared. I don't think that there was a rational explanation for this happening. And thinking to myself, I have to weigh my options here.
What are your options? Like, in that situation, what are your options other than leaving?
Could go sleep in
I mean,
the car.
leave, stay, sleep in the car. It's an option.
It's not going to be safe. And leaving the room, to me at that moment, was more frightening than staying here and dealing with what just
Trying to catch up with the comments. There's a lot going on. Rosie Wade, big fan of Lock and Key.
Convinces herself that it's all in her mind. That conviction is soon shattered to pieces.
A lot of y'all talking about give me a drink. I can trust the drink, not the room.
out. And I wake up feeling
Eyelashes?
like something was trying to wrap around.
Nope, just something grabbing her. No more eyelashes.
Now I'm panicking. I'm feeling like there's arms around me, grabbing me. And now I'm starting to realize that I'm in a fight. And I'm pushing, and I can't push hard enough. It truly felt like
In real life,
moment.
this is a truly disturbing situation. Number one, think of how disturbing this is, how genuinely horrifying this is. If you wake up and there's an actual person on top of you in your bed holding you down, that is a horrific situation. But then for that same thing to be happening, and you're in a situation where you can't see anything, you are grappling with something you can't see. That is so much worse, because even if you could get away and get help, I'm sure they've done this in some of the Invisible Man movies, nobody's going to believe you. This is a horrifying situation. All right, let me catch up with everybody right now. See what's going on over here on YouTube. Josh Pack has jumped from Facebook to YouTube. Oh, they were asking about Josh Pack and your Josh Pack.
Thanks, Cynthia.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Yeah, you need a pretty big pillow to properly spoon with yourself. That's one of the real... Yeah, you need one of those long pillows.
Great taste, heart healthy.
Amanda Reeves says she's been fascinated with the paranormal for a long time, since she's been told she has very strong abilities. That's one of the fun things about these watch parties is specifically on Facebook, but it'll grow on YouTube as we keep doing them. Which, by the way, we had 36,000 people end up watching with us last week on Facebook Live. So really appreciate that. That was for Paranormal Caught on Camera. But one of the great things about this is a lot of people are making friends with others that, for instance, you're saying you want to learn more about the paranormal because you've been told you have abilities. So a lot of people on Facebook right now that could absolutely help you learn more and learn how to harness those abilities. It's one of the cool things to see these friendships and relationships grow from week to week, from month to month here on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Rosie Wade says she's been pinned by her wrists on her pillow. I had something that would, I had some sort of, I don't really want to say sleep paralysis when I was a kid, but there was something that would appear over my bed when I was a child that was so frightening I couldn't react. The best I could do, and I mean it took every ounce of strength I had, was to cover myself up. And it was like this black swirling thing that would appear over my bed, and it was not, like, you could feel the emotion. You could read the emotion. It did not like me. It wanted to do me harm. And I had certain things I would try and say to keep it away, and it did for the most part. But I couldn't move. But it wasn't, I don't believe it was physically keeping me from moving. I think it was, that was my fight or flight response, was neither. I was just frozen in fear. It was truly, truly terrifying. I was, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 years old. Number one says she has sleep paralysis a lot. There's always like a shadow person holding her feet. That sounds freaking horrible. Oh, Matt Johnson jumped over from Facebook Live too. Matt, I really appreciate that. I really appreciate it because we have a lot fewer people on YouTube, and I want to really get the conversation going over here. But we have been having a pretty good conversation with the group we have. Really appreciate that. Roger Williams made the jump. Hey, Roger Williams, thanks for making the jump over to YouTube. If anybody wants to during a commercial, jump over to YouTube, say hey to everybody. Jump back or just wherever. Come and go. I really appreciate it. Paula Humphrey says she's learned to shut her abilities down. It's more peaceful that way. Paula, I know there's a lot of people also in the chat who really wish they could learn how to do that. Kayla Stad Kirk says, my sister and I both saw a shadow man several times in our room as a kid.
Prescription glasses starting at $95.
All right, Kathleen Allen is loving this episode so far. Well, she says watching it right now, it's awesome. I don't want to put the word love into her mouth. Okay, Chrissy Hopfear says, we call it a hag, James. I've woken up like that multiple times when I was at John De La House School. Lisa Rivera says she saw a tall bluish figure in her home as a kid. You could see through it. This reminds me of the blue figure we had last Sunday night on Paranormal Caught on Camera on the edge of the woods. We don't get a lot of blue figures in the paranormal that often in my experience. I would love for Satori and Cody to let me know what they think about that. Like, how many times do you get something specifically that stands out as blue? I don't think you get them that often. So that's really interesting to me. Kathy Randolph watching from Fort Worth right now. Loads of friends in Fort Worth. So many friends ended up settling in Fort Worth because I went to Louisiana Tech, just down I-20 in Louisiana. Catherine Kashona says, definitely a sensitive person, but never hear them, just feel them.
Is this happening?
Donna Thomas, Myrtle's worth the price of admission. You're gonna experience something. I've still never stayed there. I just pop by every now and then when I'm going through St. Francisville.
I sit up and I look and I'm like, what just happened?
Thank goodness whatever was attacking her vanished.
And there's nobody there.
That's such a violation. In bed, I feel really terrible for this woman. Especially if this is not something she grew up with, not something she's used to, prepared for, that sort of thing.
I'm sweating at this point. And I'm thinking that thing, whatever it is, and I'm thinking ghost at this point, has just gotten physical. I was so
Now I have "Let's Get Physical" stuck in my head, which is totally inappropriate.
happening.
I can't sing it. I don't need to be singing
Spirits
Kylie Minogue's sister songs. I can't remember the name of her sister.
you react to it, the more you are going to feed it, and it usually does not have a good ending.
That's a hard no.
Is far from over.
All of a sudden, I feel this incredible energy and strength. It felt like someone was behind me, right behind me directly, coming around, grabbing me. It was horrifying.
Y'all, this reminds me so much of the Stephen King short story 1408. They made a movie about it. I think the book is actually, the short story is actually scarier, but the movie was very good. I think Stephen King movies do better when they're made from his novellas than his short stories. People haven't been very good at cutting down the longer actual novels, in my experience. But this reminds me a lot of 1408. It's about a haunted hotel room. Straight up, haunted hotel room. And a writer wants to spend the night in it.
It makes you stronger. You are fighting back, and a lot of entities don't know how to react to that and will retreat. I basically had to medically seal this whole room off from intruders because I was alone, never thinking that I had to worry about anything else.
This really makes me wonder, on an attack like this, do you think that maybe, are they always trying to attack? Are they always trying to make you afraid, trying to scare you? Or perhaps they've been so unsuccessful communicating with people that they're kind of going way too hard and trying to get your attention.
I believe in the afterlife, and I also believe that as human beings,
Don Thomas, I tell everybody, if you're ever wanting to visit New Orleans, let me know. I will tell you where to eat, where to go. I will give you like the haunted lowdown on New Orleans.
why spirits linger. Maybe something happened in that room one time.
And if a couple people want to get together, I'd be happy to show them around town.
I was awake, I know what I felt.
If I'm around town.
There was a strong energy in that room.
Okay, we are here at the end of the episode. Which of the three stories was your favorite? The first, the second, or the third? And what did you think of the episode? Are you going to be back for episode 2 next week? Let me mute my TV here. All right, let me check the comments here real quick. See what everybody's talking about. Shane Pittman from the Holzer Files is here in the house right now on Facebook Live. Chris Williams is here. Shane, thanks for stopping by, buddy. I know you guys are out quite busy doing some filming right now. Lisa Jenna says time to sleep in the car. Carletta Puckett says, as a kid, I had the woman with dark hair and a long black dress standing in the doorway and later at the foot of my bed. Oof. Jeff Morris talking about the Blue Devil on the dance floor. Oh, wow. Brandy Koppel said she had something choke her in the middle of the night when she was little. That's horrible. It's horrible to experience something like that when you're little. It's bad enough to see something, hear something. All right, Dale Jacobs saying, okay, show. I'll give it another shot next week. Amanda Reeves watching from Kansas. Yeah, Josh, you got to go see Bloody Mary. Absolutely. Kara Selby saying no to Stephen King. Let's see. Roger Williams loving Stephen King short stories. Let's see what everybody's talking about. Kara Selby giving everybody a watch party groupie welcome. Y'all, thank you all on Facebook and on YouTube. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. I had a really great time. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow night, 9/8 Central, for Paranormal Caught on Camera. That's always a really fun time because we get so many different videos to go over, to talk about whether we think it's real, whether we think it's a hoax. It's a little something from everybody. Bigfoot, lake monsters, UFOs, angels, ghosts. There's something for everybody. It's one of my favorite shows. It's a favorite part of my job every week. So that's going to be going on tomorrow night, 9/8 Central, on Facebook, on YouTube. I hope you'll join me back then. Now I am off to watch, I probably shouldn't be saying this on Travel Channel. I'm off to watch the UFC. Big fights tonight I don't want to miss. So thanks to everybody for joining me. I really appreciate it. Before you head out, leave me a like, leave me a heart, something like that. And I'll talk to all of you again tomorrow night. Hope to see you then. Have a good night, everybody.